Okay, sorry for the delay. I wanted to get this recorded as it was running into this price target here on Bitcoin dollar, but I just finished up a coaching session and I needed to record that and send out an update for non-farm payrolls tomorrow. And but Bitcoin dollar has hit this target. So over the weekend and through what we've got the 31st, and we've got this is the 1 hour chart, and this was the breakout trade. But we talked about the entry on that pullback. There were two entries on the breakout and then the pullback, the Tech One trade. These are techniques that I created. That is a retest of the level that it breaks out of, where price breaks out of, and then gives us another entry confirmation. It's sort of like additional confirmation. So there's a couple of different ways. If you watch part one of the video where we talked about the setup here, I talked about how you can get in on the breakout. If you can identify it as a continuation breakout trade. But if you miss that, let's say you come in, a few hours later and you see that Tech One trade, that I'll go ahead and open this up a click or two. That's the Tech One trade right there. So the entry was at right around 76.50 area, 76.50. The close of that candle right there was 76.52. So the take profit level on this was an extension target at 72.78 approximately, or 72.80. Now we are trailing this lower. I talked about the possibility of a further extension target. Again, this is the extension target down here, the Fibonacci extension target that we are trading to now. And then we've got another one. So give me just a moment and I'll switch over to the other chart and you can take a look at that. So we are looking at a 4 hour chart and we've got another target down here, that price swing low at approximately 71.38 area or 71.50 area. Let's see if I can get this thing to load up right. And it won't. So we've got a low here at 71.39. So I would definitely take into consideration some of these psychological levels as this thing is rolling down a lot lower. Now, it could very well take out that support low here and then print another signal candle that it could move a lot lower. But I don't know that until it actually happens. We've got to wait and see how everybody reacts to this support level here. This is a 4 hour chart on Bitcoin dollar. This moving average right here is 120. So the daily chart, I've got the 200 running through here, and we're sitting below the 200. And this thing could go a lot lower. I have no idea until it actually approaches that support low. You can see it here on the daily time frame as well. That low there at 71.39 approximately. And if it's going to bounce, we can trade certainly a bounce off of that level. But again, we won't know how it's going to, how people are going to trade it and how they're going to react until it actually hits that support low. So now, right now, this is the 1 hour chart. This is the continuation breakout trade. Let me go back to that chart where we have our price target so that everything stays constant. So this is where we are currently at the take profit level here. Now we're trailing this closely. Don't give back profits here. Getting in at 76.50 and trading it to the 72.80 area, you've made a hell of a lot of money on this trade. So don't give back any profitability. If you're confused about how we trail a trade a lot lower when it's trending like this, go back into the membership area and watch those videos on how there's three different methods to trail a trade like this down so that you're not giving back much of the profits as you're waiting to see if it's actually going to go back and make another attempt towards that support low. Even if it bounces back up again, well, if it does that and you do get stopped out because you've got a tight trailing stop on this, even if that happens, you're most likely going to get another opportunity to sell it again and trade it back down into that 4 hour support low, if that's in fact what happens. At this point, though, you should definitely have locked in profits. Remember, when we see take profit targets like this, and this is something that I say on every one of my trades, doesn't matter what I'm trading, doesn't matter if I'm trading futures, commodities, Forex, cryptocurrencies, if I don't have a precise entry, a precise target, and a precise stop loss, I'm not taking the trade. And I need to know why price is moving. I need to see where it's going. I need to see technical levels. I need to see any economic data. I need to see any political comments and things like that, speculation reports, all of that. There are aggregators out there that will pull all this data for you for the crypto markets, and you can sort of get a sense of what's going on in addition to looking at volume levels and everything else that's incorporated into technicals, along with, just digging for information. Why is price moving, or why is it going sideways? What caused it to react? These are the things that you should be thinking about. So again, if we don't have it, if you don't have a precise target, then for the most part you're just kind of scalping with no plan, right? You're changing your take profit levels. Sometimes you're taking 12 points, sometimes you're taking 60 points, sometimes you're taking 9 points. You're changing it all the time. And that's not a sustainable long-term plan. You've got to have a target. When you trade it like this and you trade it to a target, lock in profits. Even if you scale out of the trade, lock in profits, and then set the remaining half of the trade at a break-even stop, and you got a long way to go before it does something like that. So you can definitely play, as they say, with the house's money at this point. You've already locked in profits. Don't give back anything, or use that trailing stop method where you're, again, your comfort level is going to determine how tight you trail price down lower to that 4-hour support low there. But that is the next target there. And then we can take a look at the daily time frames. If that gets taken out, and if a candle closes below that 4-hour support that I showed you just a moment ago on the other chart, then we'll have to reevaluate and see if that's actually another signal to sell it again. So this was a very good trade. I mean, 76.50 to 72.80, that's awesome. That's a really good trade. So hang on to that money. Don't give it back.